and welcome to Feel Better Eating. This is a whole food plant-based experience that has the intention of educating you about the health benefits of eating plant-based food, inspiring you to try new recipes, and today we have a certified banger as always. And third, Catherine.
It's just to have fun, isn't it?
Just to have fun in the kitchen. Very important when you're cooking to make it fun.
Yeah.
We've got a big crowd here live in Michigan City in Indiana. Welcome everybody, appreciate you being here. Excited to cook for you, grateful to cook for you and share some real nice food today. So Catherine, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. I really enjoy this opportunity to show how cooking can be fun, it can be intuitive, and it can be something that's not so stressful. I mean, a lot of people that say, I don't like to cook, it's not fun for me, I don't want to take my time to do it. So I hope that this show inspires people to be like, well, cooking can be fun and it doesn't have to be so stressful.
And it can be easy and tasty and healthy. Right. Trifecta. Right, let's get into it. What we're making today.
So today we're making an absolute feast, and I found this recipe on the internet and it was copied and pasted at least a million times. I'm not quite sure what happens in the Instagram world, but once one recipe is posted by someone that everyone likes, it gets copied and pasted over and over and over again by all these plant-based accounts, and this is just one of them, the same photo over and over again. So I was like, why don't I just make this one? Because a lot of people seem to like this one. And so what we're making is a roasted potato smashed and a spiced chickpea salad. And then we're going to be topping it with our personalization of the recipe with an onion sauce. I've been making onion sauce like
daily,
3 times a week at home because I'm so obsessed with this recipe that I conjured in my head, and so I really wanted to share it with you guys on the show. So, all right,
let's get into it.
Yeah,
onion sauce first.
Onion sauce first. So the onion sauce needs to cook, so that's why we're going to get this started first. We technically already started the potatoes. The potatoes we're going to get into in a minute, but the onion sauce is really special. It's so simple, and what you do is you just loosely chop up some onions and garlics. It doesn't even have to look beautiful. You can just hack at it. You could leave the cloves full if you wanted to. Joshua just went out of his way to make it a bit more chopped.
And easy to cook.
But ultimately, what we're going to do is we're going to put all of this onion and garlic in a pot. And who's familiar with what onion and garlic does once it cooks for a while? It caramelizes, yes, and it browns and it increases the depth of flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these onions and garlic on to start cooking and to start sweating with the lid on. So can you do that for me, sweet man?
Do you need any water or broth in that?
No, so we're going to just get them sweating first.
Do you use olive oil or anything?
Technically you don't, and the reason I say that for this part of the recipe is because onions release water when they cook, and so when you put a lid on it, it's going to keep the loop where it's going to add the moisture to the bottom as you're cooking it. And what we're doing here is because we want it to caramelize, we're going to be adding the liquid later, and we're going to be scraping up all that good caramelization at the bottom for the flavor of the sauce.
Well, wonderful. It's a really easy sauce. We have eaten it a lot, and it's very tasty, and you're going to see how easy it is as long as you've got this little machine, which you don't technically even need, but that will help. But let's talk about the main event. I think the main event, and arguably one of my favourite foods, the roasted potato, but specifically what type of potato are we using for this recipe?
We're using red potatoes. I honestly am underwhelmed with this red potato. Just look at the packaging, look how red it is. And then you look at this and you're like, it's scraped and a little bit brown and I guess a bit red when it's wet, but red potatoes have come into my awareness recently as being one of the healthier potatoes. So you think about russets and goldens, they're the brown and the yellow color, but red potatoes, they're special because of their color. When foods are different colors like red, they contain more antioxidants. So purple potatoes and red potatoes naturally contain more antioxidants, and as creatures we want to be consuming more antioxidants because it helps our body function better. It helps with all sorts of, maintaining the machines that we are as individuals. Yes. So red potatoes, as they are red, they have that antioxidant. So we're going to be roasting them.
But what do we do first?
But first we boil them.
Why do we do that?
To loosen them up, to cook them through, because if you just go straight to roasting potato, it can take some more time. So what we did is we took a fork. They don't even look red anymore. That's so funny. So we took a fork and we boiled them for a bit.
Whoa.
Is that like the term parboiling? Parboiling them.
It's short for pot boiled.
So look at all these potatoes that don't look red anymore, but these are red potatoes, and we kept the skin on because the skin has the fiber and it has the nutrients in it. So what we're gonna do now is a fancy trick that you may have seen on the internet. We're gonna smash them on the pan. So we've got our masher. Oh
Could
snap.
have been worse, couldn't it?
Just don't force it, just...
Maybe I'll do it on this. Well, maybe you, because I'll force it too much. You ever go?
Okay.
Trust yourself. I've seen you do this a million times.
We may have not boiled them long enough.
It'll be alright.
When you're boiling them, they're supposed to just smash, so we didn't boil them long enough.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Back to the drawing board. We could halve them.
this is what happens when you try to...
Well, the time into the show, understandably difficult. That's okay.
So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna cut it in half and then smash it.
Oh.
Because we're feeding a lot of heads today here anyways. There's a full audience of
The
people.
pivot everybody wanted to see, that is. And this is what happens sometimes when you're cooking right, you have to make adjustments.
Yeah, like if you all of a sudden are like starving and you're like, I need to get this now, I can't wait 30 minutes for these to boil, then you just do what you can do.
You part boil, quarter boil.
Yeah.
There you go, and then I can
They're definitely hot, I'll tell you that for free. My hand is burning.
hot potato.
So the fun part about mashing it is, has anyone ever had a double baked potato? And how it's like crispy, but you still get like a softness to it. So we're kind of doing that here, where we're mashing it and it's kind of mashed, but it's also kind of whole still.
We just have to put them in holes there.
Oh,
I
really?
think they're gonna mash it all.
What if you do it that side, the flat side down?
I can see it.
Try that.
Flip it up, it's like whack-a-mole, ain't it? A little bit better.
Take your aggression out on the potatoes. This is a very healthy way to...
As long as you break the skin like that. So.
Yeah, we're just trying to chop them up a bit. We've used that term in previous shows.
Here's the official term, we didn't invent that.
That's the term, is to chuff the potato, okay? So the chuffing of the potato is irritating the skin and potato layer so that it's chuffed up a bit.
You gotta chuff it up on a Thursday, think about it.
And the more that you chuff it up, the more crispies you invite to come in, because the chuffed layers
Chuff
naturally
and
crisp more.
Look at that.
That one needs to be chuffed a bit
More
more.
chuff.
What? You can just leave that on there though. That's part of the chuffing experience. So we're gonna bring all of the chuffed potatoes together. And they also sell those really small potatoes that you can buy from the store that are colorful and purple and red. And those would be really nice for this recipe as well. Has anyone seen those? The mini potatoes they sell at the store now? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna... This isn't open.
Yeah, I got it.
There's another one that's open, but I don't know why that keeps happening to me.
I thought I opened that one last week.
Oh, do I have potato in my hair now?
Oh yeah, them are good, man. I love those. The little baby tomatoes.
Yeah,
Potatoes.
potatoes, yeah. Those would be way... Oh, that's a lot of salt
Yeah,
there.
they
Okay,
even got flavored with them.
we're gonna lightly salt it.
What next?
And
Any other herbs?
I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper. What's your favorite herb with potatoes? Do you have one?
Chives.
Chives?
Yeah, I can see chives.
Yeah, parsley.
Parsley, yeah. What about rosemary? Parsley.
Butter,
Rosemary?
butter.
Butter.
Oh, butter, yeah.
Yeah, butter is a seasoning. I mean,
Especially
oh
when you,
gosh, that's
especially when
really
you cook
peppery,
it this
that
way.
one.
The butter can,
Yeah. Rosemary is personally my favorite right now with potatoes because we're entering the fall season. It's just such a warm and inviting
That's good.
spice. I brought some over. So we have a bit of ground rosemary here.
but you can use fresh.
Oh, it smells great. And we're just gonna sprinkle,
Dinkle.
sprinkle dinkle.
Look at that.
We're having fun now. We're chuffing things, we're sprinkling.
Nice job.
Okay, and so I think we could drizzle a little bit of olive oil on there if you want. This part is not necessary completely because you could use a different type of oil or you don't have to use any oil at all. Potatoes, the starch in them naturally wants to brown.
Yep.
This just expedites the process for us a
Extra
little bit.
brown. Right, we're gonna bang those in a preheated oven for about
425 until they're crispy
until they're
brown.
crispy, which will probably be 12 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, if we need to turn the oven up, we will turn the oven
I'm not
up.
scared, are we?
We opened the windows, we're getting hot in here.
Right, I'll give you the update on the...
We need some update on onion sauce. How's it doing? I can hear it cooking.
I can smell it cooking. This is where we're at. Bang this here to show you. But what we're trying to get it to do is, it's cooking in there.
Yeah, it's cooking.
You can see that start to sweat down. You can see this in the mirror right now. Oh, you can smell it as well. That garlic's very potent, lovely.
What do you have that on? Like medium?
Run it higher.
What's it on?
Just over medium. I'll turn it up a bit. Right, while the onion sauce is sweating down, potatoes are cooking, we're going to get onto the final piece of this dish, which is a chickpea salad, which requires what, Catherine?
Chickpeas.
Woo!
So this, you go first.
Also called
Garbanzo beans.
Ooh.
Fancy. We've gone into the brief history of them. I don't really think that we need to go into history again, but so with this recipe, I wanted to have a little bit of everything. So like, what do you serve with roasted potatoes? Well, we want some more variety of vegetables. So what we have here is that. So the chickpeas, you can either have them dry and soak them overnight, or you can have them from the can like we have here. And to that, we're gonna add grape tomatoes.
chopped.
Just sliced in half, I think would be fine.
Lightly sliced.
These are massive. Oh my goodness. Ours from our garden did not look that big.
Is that plum tomatoes? Not great.
They're what?
We grew plum tomatoes, not grape tomatoes.
Well, wouldn't plums be bigger than a grape? Plums are bigger than
I
grapes.
don't think so in the tomato world. Do you want them hot quartered?
That doesn't make much sense.
Do you want them quartered or hot?
Sure, quarter it. Go for it. There's actually supposed to be greens.
Ooh, mystery greens.
There they are.
Are we gonna heat?
And peppers. Oops, that missed the chopping experience.
Well, we can do it live, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll move that over there so Kevin can see.
Okay.
Swap that for that look. It's like juggling, isn't it? There we go, we're in.
So this way we're just getting a variety of nutrients. The more variety that you put in your food, the more
benefits.
Yeah, health benefits you get. You get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So we got the protein and fiber from the chickpeas. Then we're gonna add some vitamins from the tomatoes.
Capsicum as well.
Capsicum. That's a fun word, isn't it?
Oh, that's our producer. What does he want to know? He wants more tomato facts.
More tomato facts.
Quickly. Vitamin A, reel them off.
Do you guys know what vitamin A is even good for?
Quiz question.
Let's think about it.
You got some thoughts in the second row? Go on, what's the answer? Teeth at the back?
I could see that. Yeah, because it's good for bone health.
Bone.
Yeah, there you go. Vitamin A converts to things for healthy bones. How exciting is
Is that
that?
enough?
I don't know. I would do the whole thing. Just go for it.
Bang.
Just go for it. You know, that's weird because usually when you get these from the store, you get a variety of colors, and we got only like mostly red.
Well, there's a yellow in there, isn't there?
Some yellow, some orange. Peppers are actually really good for vitamin C
And tasty.
and tasty.
Do you want the seeds out of those?
Yes, please. It doesn't. They're not like spicy, but these are sweet peppers.
Yes, and no seeds.
It's actually kind of dirty. No wash.
Give them a quick wash. Is this going in the same bowl as the chickpeas?
Yeah, just put everything together, please.
Everything in the chickpea bowl. We've obviously scaled this recipe. You don't have to use 2 whole cans of chickpeas if you're making this, and a whole packet of tomatoes. This is for the...
But if you want to make meal prep, this is a great
Yeah,
option
it's
for meal prep.
Little
It's
light
6
lunch.
servings.
Easy peasy. This is just a compost bowl. Just saves on that.
It's really sweating over here. See the water going down? Moisture is all needed. What were you stirring this with?
This
Oh.
wee little talky boy. Does anybody have any questions as we go?
Nope.
Could you use other beans? Yeah, you could, yeah. You don't have to use chickpeas. You could use black beans. Garbanzo. Well, they are garbanzo. What were the ones?
Lentils.
Lentils, butter beans.
Butter beans are so
Did anybody try butter beans after we cooked them last time? The really big ones? We really got into them. They're real good. We cooked
I
something
love
else with
butter
them, didn't
beans.
we? What else did we cook with them? The butter beans. Do you remember? After that last show. where we used to be.
I have no idea.
They're good though.
Once 4 weeks hits, I mean, what happened 4 weeks ago? Do you know? I don't know.
Yeah, 2 shows, that's the limit.
Okay, so what we're doing here is we're prepping all the vegetables and we're actually going to slow cook this to infuse the flavors a little bit more. We wanted to complement the roasted potatoes with only like a slightly cooked salad. It's not going to be a completely raw salad, but we're not gonna like char the bits out of it, if you know what I mean.
Char the back off it.
Yeah, char the back out of it.
Is that close?
Yeah. Are you penetrating the skin enough where it's gonna separate them?
Fat finger in there.
I'm just saying. See, this happens with cutting. Does this happen to anyone and it's just irritating? It's so irritating. You think you cut all the way through it, and you didn't. You were lied to. I find that happens with plastic cutting boards in general.
It does. Because you can't get the...
Does anyone like chopping? Yeah? A few hands? Chopping is very
I
fun.
do, but I have to keep my hands and fingers separated because I'm afraid of cutting myself.
I
Yeah.
understand that. It's
It's,
actually terrifying.
There's technique to it though. Have you ever been taught how to cut? Yeah.
Oh,
The potatoes
Is that
are
you?
exploding.
yeah, I mean, I used to cook some signature stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm not used to doing a lot of cooking now.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you.
The pan's just distorted, that's all.
So I had lessons once on how to cook, like where to put your hands and how to hold your hands so you don't. So my dad cuts himself like 3 times a week. He'll just come out of the kitchen with tissues around his hands and he'll be like, look at this.
What?
All the time. He does it all. It's
You
ridiculous.
never told me that. That's
What?
ridiculous.
He does it so often that it's like a joke in our family. That if he's cooking, he's going to cut himself. So I don't know what he's doing. He's got, his techniques all over the shop. So when I obviously didn't want to do that, I got lessons and taught myself how to cook. And I also got trained as a butcher for a while, so that helps.
Okay, so this is kind of like a Mediterranean spiced chickpea salad, I would say. So I went on the recipe had Kalamata olives in it. I didn't go out of my way to add them. I personally love Kalamata olives. Has anyone ever tried them, the purple ones?
Delicious.
Yeah, that's
Delicious. I love them so
They're
much.
real.
Compared to black olives, I mean, these Kalamatas are great. And they're purple. So
What does that mean?
they've got more antioxidants in it. And something also, what is the purple thing called again? It's anthocyanins, isn't it?
Anthocyanins, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to you don't have to chop it up too intensely.
Imagine if I cut myself now after that whole big spiel.
You did cut yourself recently, but I don't remember when it was from.
That was a drill bit, that was.
Oh yeah, it was a drill bit, you're right. Woodworking is a bit harder.
But even still, yeah. No, but it's still the same thing, isn't it? That's why I cut myself, because I was doing something stupid. I was trying to cut a corner and then I drilled into my hand. I was pretty lucky actually with that.
So yeah, we're adding the olives and something as well that's really hard in it can be difficult, is to get a lot of fat in your diet when you're eating plant-based. When you think about animal-based foods, you got the bones, you got the meat, you got the broth, you've got butter, you've got all of these
Cream.
contributing fat factors. And fat is actually, we've been led to believe it's not good for the body, but healthy fats are good for the body. The body works on healthy fats.
Yeah.
So if you don't incorporate healthy fats into your diet and you counter that with carbs, your body's going to be actually in a lot more pain than if you ate a whole cup of olives versus a piece of bread, you'd be getting way more nutrients because of the healthy fats that are in the olives and the other nutrients. When you think about like white bread from the store, I mean, it maybe has some nutrients to it, but it's not as healthy and it's not going to fuel your body as much as fresh. Yep, so we'll just like keep these whole.
Oh, so you just want me to wang?
Yeah, so you can just wang it in. So what we're adding here is baby kale and baby spinach.
It's pretty cute, like this little kale. Wee little cutie boys they are.
Yeah, I like the baby vegetables. I think that they're easier to digest.
They're usually more nutrient dense as well because it's all compact.
Into the baby form. So what
Eat your babies.
we're gonna do is we're gonna lightly cook this, like I said. And what I've learned is that spinach and kale, when it's slightly sautéed, is actually the nutrients absorb more
Yeah.
effectively into your body. So that's why we're going to heat all of that up slowly but surely.
I'll put that in now.
Sure, get it in. And then by heating it up as well, we're gonna slightly like release the juices from the tomatoes, and we're gonna be seasoning it as well. So I'll go over.
Lovely job.
We'll be seasoning it with some salt, sea salt specifically, because that's the one that we like to use.
Safest bet.
Pepper, and you can use regular paprika here, but we're gonna go a little smoky. We're gonna put some smoked paprika in here
Why
because we like smoked paprika, and a little bit of garlic. So
Wait, okay. Do
we
you want me
could,
to bring it back over here?
yeah, I guess so. Look what I did to you. I didn't know what point it would be good to add the seasoning. Look how pretty that looks,
Does look
though.
good. You just
That
eat
looks
that straight
gourmet.
off, right?
All of a sudden.
That's it, we'll keep the rest for us. What do you say, sorry? I say we'll keep that for us. Serve the rest, no, keep the rest for us. Go on. Missed the one on that.
What did he say? Oh, the chickpeas.
It does look good like that. Yeah.
I can smell the tomato. I mean the olives, but I don't think you can smell them as much.
You'll get that though. And you obviously you don't have to cook this, you could just eat this as is.
Yeah, you could eat it raw.
And that what we want a hell of a lunch though. I could see me eating that.
Well, you're hopefully going to eat some of it. I don't know. Something just got on my nose. I think it was the pepper. Woo!
Pepper up from
I'm
that.
not
Oh
seeing-
no.
oh, no.
Right at the end.
What is it? Oh,
Oh, dog. Oh, he's not here.
my dog would have eaten that for us. Sweet boy. All
Clean
right.
up crud.
Please tell me these onions are starting to brown. Go to brown town. Look at that. Woo! Well, I wouldn't put it on plastic because. What do we got going on here? Where's the wooden stand? Can you put a cover on that too, please?
Can I move this out of the way, please?
Sure. Well, they definitely soft. Look at that. That's softening up right. That's softening really good.
What needs to go in there then? More cooking?
Let's see.
Cookie?
Let's just put a little bit of,
Yeah, there's something there in my throat as well.
add a little bit of salt. That will dry it out a little bit more. But we're doing great. We should probably check on the potatoes too.
Alright, we'll do a potato check.
Potato check. Wow, look at that. We've got some browning here on the edges.
That does look good, like. Go on. Oh. Not far off.
No.
Perfect by the time that's sweated down, it'll all come together lovely. Right, now what we're going to do, juggle?
Well, we didn't talk about the history of potatoes. Is anyone curious
Ooh, it's
about
actually
the history
interesting.
of red potatoes?
Irish, yeah. Steeped in history in Ireland,
That's
but
a
actually
great-
not where they came from, which surprised me.
Yeah.
Where?
You go.
You go.
Okay, so they've traced the origins of every single type of potato to what part of the world?
North America.
North America, where else we guessing? That's incorrect, but close. South America, yeah. What country do you think?
Venezuela. New England. Brazil.
No, Peru.
Peru. Who said
The
Peru?
southern tip or the northern tip?
If it said the Andes, southern Peru.
Southern Peru. So I don't know how they worked that out. Obviously, someone's dedicated their life to figuring out the history of potatoes, but they think that they all come from there.
Yeah, they all come from that region, and then they were shipped to the European area where people obviously fell in love with them. And because potatoes are steeped in history, they're actually the indigenous cultures think it was a gift from God. It's one of those crops that is just so special to the human race that it just stands alone as well. There's a lot of ones that.
If I could only
from
grow
God.
one vegetable, it would be potatoes.
Yeah,
I could live on them.
red potatoes.
Weeks.
So the red potato is kind of confusing with the history of it. It said that there was a potato called a Pontiac potato, and then it was a genetic variety that turned into the red Pontiac.
Who is the first
Oh.
author that published that book, the archaeology book about red potatoes? Carol.
They were also termed devil toes.
Really?
Yeah, devil toes. They thought they were like bad It was like for centuries, they would not, cultivate.
Is it really?
Yeah, that was the devil's toes.
What?
There you go.
At what point and where would that happen?
I think it wasn't until about the 15th century that potatoes started being cultivated in
Yeah,
other
sounds
countries. But
Devil's
it took a while for America.
Yeah, quite slow on the take on some of the vegetables in America. We found that in a lot of our research that they're like, not yet.
But the red and purple potato varieties have really taken off recently because they have been shown to have more health benefits. So,
I think they taste better too.
what was that dude's name?
Something like Carol Batty.
No, it wasn't.
It
that.
was?
The internet did not tell us that. That would have been a useful fact to know. Something
Something
Langley.
like that. No, it wasn't.
It was
a fun-
Bab Langley. I'm not gonna get my phone out and chat.
What we're trying to figure out is the first written sighting of red potatoes
potato.
was by an archaeologist called, I think it's Carol Batty. Because I laughed when I was like, oh, that's a funny name.
It was not a girl name, it was a guy name.
Someone Batty. Anyway.
Do you want to get my phone? Or
No.
That's
Won't
my
add
phone.
value. Right. Should we move this along?
Yeah, might as well. I've seen enough of it.
See enough. We've got things to do.
We've got things to do, people to see. Okay, so our onions are cooked down. They're soft. They're all infused with onionness and garlicness.
You could caramelize that more if you have the time, but we're hungry.
So what we're gonna do is liquefy it now. So we're gonna add a little bit of vegetable broth. We have an organic vegetable broth right here that contains carrot juice, some celery, some spices, some onion. So
You're just gonna eyeball that?
yeah.
Respect.
So I'm only trying to get that we're not trying to add too much liquid to this because
You're gonna blend it.
we're gonna
It'll turn
blend it.
into a liquid. You know, Kate likes thicker sauces. If you wanted a thinner sauce, you'd add more liquid. But then it can turn into a soup. And the first few ones you weren't happy with that, were you? I've made a soup!
Essentially, what this is turning into is like a foolproof gravy.
Yeah.
So like in gravy, you have to put the butter in, and then you have to add a flour of some sort, and then you have to hope that when you add a broth that it turns into this lush, thick gravy. Well, you know what? That never happens to me. That rarely happens to me. I'm always confused. I'm like, why does gravy elude me in such a way? So what I figured out is because onion and garlic has so much volume and texture to it, if you just cook them down, add a little bit of liquids, immersion blend it, you get a gravy, and it's awesome.
Easy
So that's what
peasy.
we're doing here, is that we're making sure we don't add too many liquids, because then it will be a watery gravy thing. So add some coconut milk.
Say when.
Well, we'll know a little bit. We can also add more liquid as we go into the. This does not go wrong here. After we blend it. Okay, but something else that I like to add to it, just for a little bit of spice, is fresh basil. So I harvested this from our garden. This is fresh Thai basil. And I made sure to put it in water so it was nice and perky for you guys. Look how beautiful it is.
It smells great. We'll pass some round. It smells so. Just pass one sprig round.
You want to smell it?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to chuck the rest here?
Yeah, roll that.
Yeah, do you want to pass it behind you, please?
Pass it round. Show and tell. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
So we're just gonna add leaves of that in. When the breeze comes by our house, we can always smell this. It smells incredible.
This is our plant that did the best this year in our garden.
It turns into a
Very
tree.
fresh.
Yeah, it's
Cut this morning. We got two giant trees.
It's 3 feet tall, and I planted it from a baby.
Yeah, and it grows
so abundant. It's
in the
honestly
summer
insane.
we trim 3-4 inches off, and it would grow back in 10 days.
It's just incredible, really.
It's nuts.
I'm obsessed with it. So.
We're rehoming it inside for winter.
That's going
aren't
to
we?
add vitamins and flavor.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
lots.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to just add this, but you could season it with any fresh herbs that you have. You could do rosemary here. You could do parsley, as people said that they enjoy. And so now the fun part happens. I feel like it's like bringing power tools into the kitchen. We're gonna blend this up, and we're gonna make it into a nice, smooth sauce. Oh, do you need some help?
Just a bit of tension on that wire.
Oh, it'll be alright. Oh, no, it won't.
I'll just hold it there. It's fine.
Okay. Well, how about you hold it? I can blend it. Or oh, he wants to blend. Go for it.
Go on.
I'll hold it. You can blend it.
No, I can hold it.
No.
You hold it. You
go.
Here, quickly.
You go.
on, quick. I'll do that bit. Look, I didn't know. You'll go. Go on.
So what you're doing here is you're just pushing it down and just you see how it has a blending part on the bottom.
Don't put your finger in there because it's got no safety guard. No safety. Oh yeah.
And I like this way more than putting it in a blender because then you have to clean the blender and that's so annoying. So this is just
That sweet fat you're talking about.
this is gonna be like so the coconut milk's gonna add some fat. That's enough. Gonna add some fat to it, but like this is gonna turn into a thick sauce that you're not gonna even know that the base of it is onions.
Yeah.
Essentially. Because
Good job.
so it kind of looks like a really thick chicken gravy, doesn't it? A little bit. I mean, look at that.
Creamy sauce.
Yeah.
Creamy sauce.
It's like,
It's better than I would assume.
you know, that's what I'm.
Well, you haven't
that's what
tried
I'm
it yet.
saying.
Where's the? Oh.
So that's gonna be like if you think about flavor on top of. I just like sauces when I'm cooking. If it doesn't have a sauce, then I feel like it kind of just. It's just not the same.
The trick to making that smooth is breaking down them chickpeas.
Breaking down the onions and the garlic until they're soft, and then you could cook them in the broth for longer, and that would soften them up too. And then the coconut milk helps it be a little bit more creamy because coconut milk is fatty. Wow, look at that! That looks incredible. You know what? That's why they copied and pasted that recipe so many times. That looks divine.
I'm gonna put a lid on that. We're gonna get potatoes.
Okay. We may have to broil the potatoes. I haven't decided yet. I just want to evaluate
That's that.
I mean, they're getting pretty crispy. You guys see that? The pan's
Let's just get 2 out.
Okay.
So we're gonna get 2 out so then we can finish the camera work and then put them back in for a minute. Let's just get a couple
Do you
out.
want me to get it out? Because I know.
No, I can get it. Just clear the runway here.
Yes, clear some area for the shower.
Throw that in the crowd or something.
It's happening, guys. It's happening.
Just needs a lid.
Oh, look at this. A nice fall colored towel. We'll get use that to get the potatoes out.
Now, what all do you add coconut milk to?
With
Huh?
that,
What all are you adding coconut milk to?
we added coconut milk to the sauce. Are you allergic to coconut?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's happened
That's
before. Okay, well, we'll give you one without the
With
coconut.
no sauce.
Yeah. That's the one thing that's difficult about plant-based cooking, I feel like, because you get people that are allergic to nuts.
All
And, like-
people are allergic to sauce.
I know, but like when you're using alternatives for creaminess, it's usually, whoa,
Can you move that?
just,
Put that on there so I can show it to. Yeah, okay.
the alternatives are usually nuts-based. Ta-da, look at it, potatoes, all chuffed up and crispy. Okay,
All right, here.
so we're gonna, so how do we want to do this? Did you get, that's a weird looking spatula, isn't it? I like these ones on the end, these ones look nice. They got some brown, so let me see that. So, depending on how many potatoes you'd like to eat, the serving size was
Lots.
like 1 potato to 2 potato per person, so we'll just do like
That's good.
2 potato here, well, like 1 potato, 2 halves.
1 potato, 2 potato,
When
3
you're gonna put
potato,
that back in the
4.
oven or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're gonna bring the other thing over? Okay, this is going great.
Woo!
See how we keep all the liquid in it, so then all the nutrients stay with it, and yeah, you do it that way.
It's coming together. Oh, yes.
So we'll do like a bit
That's
inside
good.
of that.
That's good, yeah.
Ooh, and you got all the colors. It
Takes
looks
it.
like a fall dish. Good thing it's fall. Okay, and then we got some sauce. We'll just drizzle that over in random little bits. Awesome.
Beautiful. So here.
And voila, we have something that can be considered a lunch or dinner,
Snack.
just whatever.
Warm up.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a very hearty dish. I have a feeling that it's going to be very filling. I know that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think that went really well.
I would say that was pretty like
It's just about 30.
snappy, wasn't it?
Just about 40 minutes on the dot. It's not
Okay,
bad.
maybe that felt faster for me than you guys, but
But yeah, there you have it. That's roasted potatoes with red potatoes specifically, chickpea
Yeah.
salad and an onion sauce gravy. I'm very excited to share that with everybody here. Catherine, appreciate you being here. Any final words?
thank you guys for being here. I hope we showed you that cooking can be a little bit more fun and adventurous and simple.
Yeah. Thank you. Cool. Well, we'll get that one handed out. Thank you to all of our show sponsors and supporters who make this show possible. The Healthcare Foundation of LaPorte, Grace Learning Centre, Citizens Concerned for the Homeless, and ALCO, Access LaPorte County. We appreciate all of your support.